Hello, everybody out there in Facebook land, TikTok world, everywhere this is going to go live or a clip it thereof. My name is Monty Anderson at 412 Productions, the art of Monty Anderson. So, welcome to the broadcast. This is our second Antarctic Press manga title to cover. This is Kaiju Cooking by Hiroshi Kanatani, and it is Sharkcuterie is what it is. Sharkcuterie. I know I pronounced it wrong the first time. I said Sharkcuterie, but it's Sharkcuterie, like a charcuterie board, all that good stuff right there. So this one is in your true manga style. You've got from Hiroshi Kanatani, creator of Co-Raptor. Story and art by Hiroshi Kanatani. Translation and lettering by Doug DeLynn. Front cover coloring by David Hutchinson. English logo design by Brian Denham. Again, Brian Denham. This is the first time I'm seeing his name all over Antarctic Press. But that is very awesome, very cool. And I'm pretty sure it is the Brian Denham that I'm thinking of. Who used to use a little logo for his signature that was the back pocket of a pair of blue jeans for denim. You know, all that good stuff. So, right here, this is the black and white version of the color cover that we just saw. And it reads right to left as it tells you. And you've got some character creatures that are this big shark looking thing with feet. And it's being taken down by an Ultron or Ultraman like character. Giant monster meals is what it says right here. You see her down here, the cook. And you see this, and they're blasting it right there. Again, black and white manga feel. It's got the contact sheets back there that they add to everything. And what am I going to do with this corpse? And he's leaving, and he leaves it lying here again. What am I going to do with this corpse? Good day to you, Miss Haruka. And that's got the Greeks crawling out of the woodworks again. They're taking pictures and everything like that. You all know the deal. I'm going to turn this Kaiju into food and serve it up here. So if you want those snapshots for your hobby, get to helping pronto. Roger. And then a woman shows up. So she's about to cook this thing up at her restaurant. And she looks like a reporter of some kind. How unsanitary, because she's got a little lanyard going on, and she says, huh, okay, my pointless hot body and Miss Pointless Hot Body, and you would be, she tells her name. She's a health inspector, a safety inspector with the health department. I've been assigned to this district. I heard you were cooking Kaiju here, so I've come to investigate. I'm going to check very carefully whether your facility is sanitary. So she's got her blouse unbuttoned almost down to her belly button. And that's why she said what she said right here. You know, Miss Pointless Hot Body. That's funny. This is a very cool, very, very fun, down to earth story. You get your typical manga looks and things like that going on in here. So she's asking, what exactly is this food that you're cooking? Well, it's basically a big fish. We're still getting to the heart of it, huh? She said the Kaiju is known as Dinorax. It takes its name from Squalorax, a shark that lived during the Cretaceous period. What's with the unsanitary staff? There are no food standards for Kaiju, so but this is freshly caught shark. A shark that just now came up out of the water. Don't compete on sex appeal, Miss Hakura or Haruka. Well, it might not be a shark. She's trying to play all hotsy hotsy to the hotsy hotsy here. But again, all black and white, all fun. You got your dark lines, all that good stuff. I mean, I'm loving the feel to it. So she's explaining, um, and obviously it's very sexualized in this book because in this point she says, "Don't shove your chest at me," I said, and she's asking if shark is even safe to eat. You know, so they're moving right along, and um, it should be no problem for today. What they're talking about, technology and stuff like that. And so, again, this is a straightforward panel to panel look. There's everything's in line with itself, and she's claiming she's going to destroy this restaurant because they're poking fun at the inspector, and she's getting upset here, and now she's going to destroy this restaurant. She's like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa! Time to get down to the inquiry. I'm talking hand washing, uniforms, health conditions, wastewater, and sewage treatment, and 1,000 other items. Get a poor score on even one, and I'll shut you down instantly." So she's going on her inspection. She's slapped down the books. She's going into the restaurant. Now she sees this dude with a big staff. And she says, "What a hunk. What might you be doing?" As you can see, training. Right, this isn't food prep. So she's already enthralled by this guy that's doing some training. Now, she's watching him do the training and she's just enthralled, enamored. And now they are chopping up the shark meat into bite sized pieces, as you see down here. They're cooking it all. It's making me hungry for some Asian food, actually. And so 15 to 20 minutes, they've got their meal. She's already got it, tossed them all into heated oil and finished them up and go. So this is, she's cooking up the shark and getting it ready. And now she's got some fried dino racks ready for the inspector. So, if you want to know how to do a dino rex, you've got cut the dino rex meat into bite-sized pieces. Number two, mix the marked ingredients, then marinate the meat in them for 15 to 20 minutes. Then coat the meat pieces in potato starch, and then heat the frying oil to 170 to 180 degrees Celsius and fry the meat for about 3 minutes. And here, I'd always thought making fried food was tricky. Just watch out for oil splatter. But you're using in your ingredients 2 servings Dinorex fillets or whitefish or chicken, 300 grams. Soy sauce, 2 tablespoons. Sake, 2 tablespoons. Grated garlic, half a tablespoon or half a teaspoon. Grated ginger, 1 teaspoon. Potato starch, 3 tablespoons. And frying oil, suitable amount. So it gives you the entire recipe for how to cook your fish and or chicken or pork even at this point in time. So she slaps it down on the table, lunch is served with the rice, and gasp. "Oh no, she didn't. How dare you open for business without permission? My inquiry isn't done yet." "Whatever do you mean?" As she's, you know, got the dinner bell going in there. And it says, "You were just eating some of this yourself. An inspector would never eat unapproved food, right?" And she's all flustered. "You set a trap for me." "Ah, busy, busy, busy," as everybody's eating the food. And then the fanboy photo right here, chest to chest, right there. So I don't know if this is the finish or if we're going to continue some more on this particular episode because it doesn't say finale or to be continued or anything like that down here. But again, a fun story. about how the health inspection goes, especially for unauthorized food sources, I guess, if you will. But very fun to read. Um, you get your sex appeal and you get your action right off the bat. And there isn't a ton of action in this one. Now, you do get a cool recipe on how to do some fish or some pork or some chicken or whatever you want to cook. Just remember, marinate for 15 to 20 minutes. All right. Now, since all that's done, we have a whole bunch of preview going on in the back section of this. Um, a lot of previews. So you get Kendra, issue number 2 of 3, May 2025. So we should be getting that issue, number 2 of 3. We've already previewed number 1. And it says, The Baddest Bad Girl from Ben Dunn. This is the one he got a cease and desist from Entertainment, or Dynamite Entertainment, because he was using Red Sonja as a look-alike, basically, and almost had the same name. But he changed her up, and it has taken off. So that is the preview for that. And then we've already talked about this one on our last episode, but we'll talk about it again. You get Cayman America, Volume 10, Libertine Dream. And then you've got Tomorrow Girl, which we've already covered, Betrayed by Section 12, which is Tomorrow Girl number 14, which we've already done 13. And then you've got the Fred Perry Treasure Vault 2-volume selection, but it is 1 volume. This is the variant edition, the gold foil. And then the ones that I wanted to start getting into is these blank comics from Ben Dunn and Antarctic Press. So I'm going to have to go to their website. Again, we already saw this one. We already previewed Furlough right there. And then this one, too, we've already covered with the new T-shirt for the 40th anniversary. And then the Tiffany Charlotte with the mystery dice up there as well. And now, some new stuff. We've got Kendra, number 2 of 3. We have Exciting Comics, number 52. We've got Dragon Comics, the sketchbook, number 1. We've got the Freakier Than Normal, number 7. You've got the Not Today Dungeon Master t-shirt. And then you've got the Dreadlock the Barbarian, number 1, which we previewed a while back. So all of these are coming out for their May concession. And then you've got Tomorrow Girl versus Megaton Man, or meets Megaton Man, with Walter Simmons' work. And then you've got Critter, number 1, trade paperback. You got Punchline, book 2, Super Enemies, or Frenemies. And then you got Cold Blooded, trade paperback. 1 through 3, collected horror comics 1 through 3. That one looks like that's something I would get into right there. But again, all this is coming out in May, so I'm going to have to go visit Antarctic Press, antarctic-press.com, Antarctic Press. And then you've got Punchline, book 1, Blood Sisters. You got Magical Sisters with boobs everywhere. And then you've got all new sketchbooks for 2025. You got Scream Queen sketchbook. You got Dinosaur Comics, and you got Superhero. New monthly themes. Visit us online at antarctic-press.com. So some that I'm going to have to get to work on and things like that. And then once again, Monkey Peak, which we've already covered many, many times over so far. Very good stuff right there. And then School's Out Forever, 200th issue of Ninja High School. The landmark collector's item issue. It is a full front and back cover. And then you've got Ninja High School 200, the Fred Perry homage variant as well. So look for those titles to come to you. Or go to their website, antarctic-press.com, and get your favorite books there, which I'm going to go look for the blank variant covers because I want all those. Again, a very good, well-rounded story. A full feature book, basically. And this is issue number 3, so that means there's 2 other issues that you can go find as well. Very typical manga-esque style with all of the motion lines, the action lines, the press overlays that they cut around the characters and stuff like that with the clouds and sky scenes and dots and things of that nature. So Sexualized book, if you will, but still for kids because there's not a whole lot of cussing. I didn't see any cussing in it at all. You just got your boob play between the two main characters, the inspector and the cook. But it does teach you how to cook up some fish or some shark, if you will, which you could turn that into pork and or chicken as well, pretty easy. And so, you know, there's that to think about. So it teaches you how to cook. That's very awesome. It's very cool. So I give it another 2 thumbs up. All the preview stuff in the back is very cool. Again, go to Antarctic Press and check them out. Antarctic-press.com for all of your local flavors when it comes to your stuff that you want to get from Antarctic Press. So that is it in a nutshell. This one was a shorter episode than some of my other ones because, one book, all of it in one section, and you don't have to go searching for, everything with different stories. But I like the ones that have the multiple stories in it because they're a longer book, obviously. Um, this one had a lot of filler in the back. There was probably 8 pages worth of filler in the back. So, I'm not exactly sure how many pages. It was 28 pages. So, you probably had about 20 pages of story and then 8 pages of advertisement, which is fine, because it's Antarctic Press's book, so they can do what they want. And but it also lets you know what's coming out now in May as well. But all in all, great stories that they're producing and putting out there, and the talent that they are bringing to the table as well. Now, again, I don't like all the stuff that gets produced by Antarctic Press. I don't. Like in some of the stories, like the Domo one, I wasn't a big fan of that one. You know, uh, to me, it was rudimentary uh, stuff when it came to the character design and things of that nature. And then to rerun that same story X amount of issues later, instead of having a different Domo police in there, but you had the same one. So we've already previewed that one, and then here it is again in another book. It's just like, why are we rerunning that book? I didn't like it the first time. It doesn't mean I'm going to like it the second time when I see it again. So, you know, that one was one of my least favorites. You know, and there's a couple other ones that I didn't really like. 100%. But some of these, the ones that they're coming out now with right now, are fun for in the future as well. So they are amping it up. I mean, he tries to keep it fun, and I get it. Antarctic Press has been around for 40 years, and it's hard to you know keep the fun flowing, if you will. But you can, and they're doing it. They're doing a great job, 100%. And all the new merchandise that's coming out, especially the blank comic book covers and things like that, which I will be getting my hands on, just because I love working on those. And speaking of which, I need to get with Bonesy Jonesy and make a deal with him. He's got a whole freaking um, inventory of blank comic book covers, and I need to get them all. I need to get them all. I'm not saying I'm going to work on them all, but I need to get them all. It's like Pokemon, got to get them all. But no, that's it for the Kaiju Cooking Shark Charcuterie right there, number 3. Great stuff right there, manga straight up style. Again, you've got the two main characters that are, you know, playing off of each other as far as their hotness goes, the cook and the inspector. Um, but look for it, go get it, go find it, and make it yours if that's what you're into. But it also teaches you how to cook. So I'm interested into seeing what 1 and 2 have. What they taught you to cook in those 2 books right off the bat. But that is it for me, Monty Anderson here at 412 Productions, the art of Monty Anderson, giving you my play-by-play and review of Antarctic Press titles as they come along. Every Friday gets a drop, as long as he remembers me. He hasn't forgotten me this time around. But I appreciate each and every one of you stopping in, checking out the channel, and checking out the YouTube channel where this is going to drop. But you all have a great day, and as I like to say as I leave you, we will catch you on the flip side. Have a good day, everybody.